Let's do a quick cleaning video of the Sig Sauer P Series pistols. This is a Sig Sauer M11 A1 9mm handgun. It's been shot a couple hundred rounds today at the range, so we're going to go ahead and do a quick detail cleaning of this handgun, show you how to do it. First thing we want to do, make sure our gun is unloaded, point in a safe direction, verify our chamber is in fact empty. Okay, so there we have it. We're going to take our takedown lever here on the slide being locked to the rear. Just rotate this down, and then holding on to the slide, hit your slide lock and strip the slide from the frame of the pistol. First thing I'm going to start with, I usually will start with the frame and then work my way over to the slide and barrel. So let's take a look at the frame. Have your solvent. I happen to be using here M11. Let's take some degreaser and I'm just going to lightly wet a patch and just want to get in here and just wipe it, getting any copper and fouling and powder residue out of the gun. And this gets pretty easy. If you regularly maintain your guns, it's not going to be that hard or that much of a cleaning process. Should take you about 5-6 minutes max. You see how that patch is already pretty nasty. There we go. Right. So let's go ahead and just grab another patch that's semi-clean and just continue wiping off any powder and debris inside the frame of the pistol. I just want to also mention here, be careful not to oil your magazines and your mag wells. I know people that'll end up oiling everything in their pistol, and that's kind of counterproductive, because remember, oil is going to go ahead and attract all the debris and lint and dirt, and especially the copper fouling from the road. Now, where I'm looking here on these little ramps right here, I'm going to just now go ahead and take a copper brush, because I see there's just more debris in there. So I want to go ahead and scrape this out. Okay, that should do it. And again, clean patch. Spray it down with your solvent and just wipe over it. There we go. We got that removed. So I want to get anything out of here. Alright, that's clean. So now we can put our frame away. That's it. Now for the slide. First off, I'd suggest go ahead and make sure where you're pointing your recoil spring, because this is not captured. You want to go ahead and secure it with your thumb. Make sure it's not pointing directly at your face or eyes, because if you lose control of this thing, it's going to slide and hit you right in the face. And now we remove our barrel. There. Those are our three components. So again, take a semi-clean patch. I'm just going to kind of wipe the front of the barrel down real quick. Just get any powder residue from the muzzle. Wipe that off real fast. And then on the inside of the pistol here too, just kind of wipe down what we have. And especially here, since I've got the slide, go ahead and just wipe in here. Again, a good nylon brush or something can get in there too. So let's go ahead and grab that. But before I do that, let's go ahead and work on our barrel real quick. So by looking in there, you can definitely see there's some fouling in there, the copper, and spray it with some solvent. I let it sit for a minute. Now I'm going to get my nylon brush, not my copper brush, and just with a nylon brush, just go ahead and get in these little channels and these grooves, and just go ahead and wipe out any residue you have in there. There we go. That's looking good. We got a little bit back here. Again, I want to go ahead and wet a clean patch. And this carbon buildup, what I want to make sure is I'm just getting this out so it's not going to really just bake into the metal and stuff. So once you really got it caked in there, then you're going to have much harder of a time to get this out. And this is really no different than cleaning really any semi-auto pistol. What I'm not doing is I'm not spraying solvent inside everything. I mean, if you're really that dirty in your gun, then yeah, go bring it to a professional so they can get it completely broken down and clean your gun for you. But like I said, if you're regularly maintaining your firearm, this should not be that big of a process for you. Okay, so our slide is done. Now back to the barrel. Take again my patch. I'm just going to get this little feed ramp in here, wipe it down. And this is also where, again, my copper brush will come into place, and I just want to go ahead and just wipe that with the brush, getting any of that residue that wants to get into these little grooves and stuff in here. Just wipe that away. Okay, now I take my rod with my patch from the chamber end of the barrel, slide it through to the muzzle, and you see all that debris coming out of there. Just a couple more times, one more time maybe. Okay, so we got most of that out, so that's pretty dirty. Okay, let's go ahead and get us a new patch. Feed our patch through. Now clean patch goes again through the barrel. Some schools of thought just say, well, keep running the patches until they come out completely clean. I'm just going to check in. Barrel looks clean. There we go. We've got any of the little debris out of there. And that's good. That's all I want. And take my little brush again on it. And this is being the M11, just like the Mark 25 SIG P226s, the M11 have this phosphate coated barrel, so it's kind of a rough texture. So you can see actually there's a lot of wear already. This gun has a couple of thousand rounds through it, but that's fine. I mean, these barrels hold up, and not a big deal. This is a gun that's used and shot a lot, so I'm not really worried about it staying in perfect condition, being all nice and black and stuff. So it's going to have that with those wear marks on it. Not a big deal. Okay, so that's everything. And then finally people ask about, oh well, do I oil the recoil spring and guide rod? No, I don't suggest it. Just go ahead and wipe it down. And as you see too, I also don't take them apart. I just keep them in. Remember, the colored end is the end that goes towards the chamber of the firearm, and the unpainted end on the SIGs is what goes to the front of your slide. So it's in here like so. So if you're one of those that needs to take it apart, that's fine, but just, again, and it's non-captured, it can come right off, but just leave them together. Just take a clean dry patch, just go ahead and wipe it down. That's all I need to do. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get ready for some oil. First thing I'm going to do is oil inside the slide, 1 drop right there, and again, any excess, wipe it down, wipe it away. I don't need much. What I'm primarily looking for on the pistol are any wear marks, metal on metal, and I've got some right up here, so take a little bit on my finger. And I'm looking on the slide there. We've got a little wear mark up front, some back here, and that's all I'm doing. Takes a little bit of oil there. Now for the barrel. I'm usually pretty generous on the barrel, not a big deal. And just go ahead and just wipe your whole barrel down with some oil, not on the inside. Just get this all over your barrel. Okay, got that done. Now pick up my slide, insert your barrel, recoil spring and guide rod. Again, point away from your face, insert that. I kind of wipe the excess oil off my fingers here. Alright, now we're going to pick up our frame. Here we're going to need a little bit of oil as well. What I typically will do is just a little bit here on the guides in the back, and then just a little bit of oil here on the rails, and that's all I deal with on the Sig. Don't go too crazy. Remember, oil will attract debris. Any excess oil, just wipe away with a clean patch. Okay, that's what I have. Now we take our slide. The Sigs are different than the Glocks. Their slide rail is actually in the very front here, so what I'm doing, show you guys, you can see it, little railroad tracks. Hook the slide to the front of the rails, pull it all the way back. Now activate my slide lock lever, rotate it back towards the grip. It locks the slide in place. And now I can work my action, let the slide go forward. See again, the double action, single action, hammer is back, gun is cocked. Again, we know it's unloaded. I'm going to double check it again and pull our trigger. This is what I do my function check. Keep the trigger depressed, ease it forward. I should hear the reset, the click. There we go. Keeping that set. Go ahead and rack it again and fire it. And go ahead and cock it, decock it. Everything is working fine. Alright, and that's it. Cleaning our Sig Sauer M11 A1 9mm handgun. Now since it's clean, and if you want, some people can just go ahead and oil down the frame, whatever. I usually don't. I just kind of wipe any debris off of it, but other than that, it's ready to go back in its holster, load it up with your self-defense ammunition, and then go ahead and carry on. Thanks for watching.